I'm going to do a little bit of growing inside here in my basement room. It's middle of December right now, so the greenhouse outside isn't working very well. Now I've got a little aquaponic things going on here. I'll show you that in a minute, but there's fish in there and it circulates through here. But this isn't working too well right now, and I'm not sure why. I think maybe something happens to the water if it's constantly circulated, even though your pH is okay and your what do they call it, parts per million salts are still within proper range. Something else is in there, I guess, or lack of something that I really can't measure. So I'm going to grow some lettuce. Okay, now I have done this before and it works quite well. All I do is I use a little bit of Miracle-Gro, and it's got just about everything you need. Well, I think everything except for Epsom salts. And I think there might be one more thing that it needs, but I'll worry about that later. Now what I do is I just take and put some normal tap water and fill this up, and then I take a little bit of Epsom salts, a little bit of Miracle-Gro and put it in there, and then I put a little pinch of Epsom salts in there to make up the total nutrient bath. Now it takes a little experience to do this. You don't want to get it too strong. What you really want to do is get your concentration here to about 1,000 parts per million. And I've got a little device here that you can measure that on. Now these are, make sure I got the one that's got batteries in there. It is. Now these are pretty easy to find. You can get them online anywhere, I think. But what you do, see, is you get your mixture right, and then you turn it on like I have, and you just stick it in the water there. And see, this one says 733, and you can get it to freeze there for a moment. But right now it says 733. Now that's not bad. That's pretty good. That's where I want it. And so what I'm going to do next is just fill these up with water, and then try to get the concentration just right. Okay, so I went out and filled these up with just tap water. Now something you should know: the tap water I have, I'm on a well, and so I've got a lot of minerals in the water already, and pH-wise, when just right out of the tap, it's just about at 8.0 or something pretty close to that. Now, it's probably do well to get it down to 7, but I'm not going to bother with that because this has worked well before. Now, let me see what I've got here for parts per million, because what I've done here is when I first filled this one up, it was way over, so I dumped it out here and was diluting it in these two. So let's see what I've got here. Alright, this one says, wow, 797. And this one says 180. Well, no, 1800. Whoa. Let's see. This one here says, yeah, 800 and something. And this one here says 1300. Now, this is the one a minute ago I just read, and they said it was 700. So sitting here a while, it's gone up. Now, 1300. That's not bad. That'll work. So maybe I'll let it sit a while longer and see what we've got. But 800, yeah, that'll work too. And 1700, that's a little high. So I may have to dump some water out of that. But what you do, see, you don't need any more than something like that. Now that might even be too much. But anyway, so the idea is you would dump that in there, and that's what you need for your Miracle-Gro. Now I'm not going to dump it in there because I've already got enough. Now, and maybe too much. Now the Epsom salts, what you need is not very much at all. I mean, it's almost like a pinch. Now, where you get Epsom salts, just at your drug counter someplace. Now, Epsom salts. In each one of these, something like that. I don't know if you can even see that, but you don't need much. And that even might be too much. So Epsom salts, you just need a pinch of that, and that's about it. And if you do that, that pretty well satisfies the nutrient requirements for most plants. So now what I'm going to do, since this one, let's see, which one is the closest that I don't have to mess with it? Let's see, this one here, yeah, that's 800. We'll call this one our good one here. So what I'm going to do is, I have some growing over here, but like I said, they're not doing well. These have been growing in that solution over there for, I'd say probably a whole month, and you see that's all they've done. And I know they can do better than that. So what I'm going to do is, you see I've drilled a hole in there. And so you just drop that in there and set it here. And it's in the water, and then I'm just going to place it on this raft. Now I've already got some lighting up there, so that's going to work. Now, let's see what this one is. Now this one says it's 1800, so that's too much. What does this one say? That's 1300. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the sink, dump a little bit of this out and put some water in it and dilute it down a little bit, and that should help. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now I've got to where one of these is reading about 800 and this one's reading about 1000. Now you can see there's a slight blue tint to it. Now that's from the Miracle Grow. And it's kind of odd though, this one's got more conductivity than this one does, but this one looks darker blue. I'm not sure why that is, but whatever, that's the way it is. Now, what I'm going to do is, I have another one here that's just been growing sitting on a peat moss block. So I'm going to put this one in one of these. Yeah, there you go, so you put the lid on, and these are just, I better get the right one, haven't I? There. These are just, you know, those disposable plastic containers that you can buy in the grocery store. I'm going to drop this in here, and as you can see, the water level comes up fairly high, but this should help this one grow quite a bit. Now the next one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a new cup. First of all, let's just put this one on top of here, because that's where it belongs. Snap it in place. Now I'm going to take a new cup, and there it is right there, and then I'm going to pull one of these lettuce plants out of here and transplant it into that cup between some swamp cooler batting that I've cut up into pieces, and then just put that in there, and then we'll put it up in here in the lights and see how it grows. So let's see this. Okay, for the first one here, we're going to just leave it the way it is. As you can see, it's just kind of sitting on top there, and I don't know if it has root problems or not, but we'll just try it. So we'll put this one in here, and then it goes up on top here too. Now, this is the little more tricky one. What we're going to do is pull one of these out. Let's see if we can get one without tearing up the roots. One of them might, there, oh, there we go. There's some good roots on that one. So then what we'll do is we'll just go in between this batting material and kind of sandwich it in there and squeeze it down into the cup here. There we go. And then we'll just put that in here. Now the plant itself, see, I get a little closer. The plant itself is well above the water line, but the water is really covering the roots. So we'll put this over here. Now, so here we have it. Let the light settle down. Now, there are 3 in there, just in a Kratky type style little container. Now we'll come back and check on these. I imagine to harvest it's going to take about 2 months, but these should grow pretty well. Okay, this is the next day after the original transplant, and as you can see, they're all doing well. None of them are turning yellow and croaking out, so looks like it went well. Now I've had some pretty good luck with this method in the past, as this picture here shows, and I'm going to try to duplicate that now. Right now it's coming up on winter time. It's December the 20th or somewhere around there. So this basement is cool, and it about 65 degrees is what it likes to be down there, and I think that is a really good environment for lettuce. So we'll come back in about a week and show you how the progress is going. Now, this is a real easy system to build. As you can see, all it is curly Q CFL lights. There's the daylight and the warm type. You can see that on the packages when you look at them. And they're just suspended above the these little containers that you can buy in any grocery store. They're disposable. I think 4 of them or something like that. They're, I don't know, about under $5 for that. Drill a hole in the top, fill it up with the nutrient solution, and then you just put the plants in and off they go. So we'll see you in about a week. See how this goes.